Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, on another series of our Did You Know thing that we started recently, uh, I've got like one or two updates for you. But before I say that, something extremely important. Extremely, I say, because I still get stories about how some of these union boys steal accost and pilfer money from new drivers, unsuspecting drivers, because they dropped or they picked up a customer outside of Wuse Market, or you pick up a customer around their areas where the taxi men are loading by the roadside mostly. Area 1, Beggar, the Wuse Market, the Barnex by the Express. You know, I'd made a video about this before, but this shit is getting ridiculous, okay? I had my fair share of it, my own experience, and it was terrible. Bro, after that day, did you know what I did? Just to tell you how violated I felt. I actually placed a call. I went on Google. I was looking for the number of, maybe like there is a union boss or head or king, whatever they're called in their coven. I just wanted to rant to somebody, because this shit was just wrong. And at the time I had to pay 16,000, right? But the most recent story I heard was a person having to pay 35,000. This was what the guys who caught him were asking him for. And I think it was around the Wuse Market area. I'm begging you, if you're a new driver, or if you know a person who is starting newly, do not forget to relay this information to them. Don't, for any bloody reason, for any bloody person, okay, not necessarily a bloody person, but any person, any customer, no matter the kind of pressure, no matter the kind of personality, do not stop or pick anybody outside the Wuse Market gate, especially during the timings that the Wuse Market is open. It is extremely detrimental to you. I know it makes sense, right? It makes sense to just be like, no, bro, just come out to the roadside. I'll just pick you, instead of driving into the market, because there is always some kind of traffic going in and even coming out. But please, if the person says, I'm standing outside the market, no, I'm not really close to the gate. I'm just, I'm just by the bridge. Mr. or Miss, please go back into the market. I'll drive in there and pick you. The moment I enter the gate, you can enter the car, no problem. I'm willing to go through the rigorous traffic of the Wuse Market, entering the Wuse Market through the gate, paying the bloody toll, and then, picking you inside. Do not make the mistake of picking them outside. Like there are literal wolves, vultures, just watching, because they know what a ride-sharing person looks like, or the kind of car they would drive. You are a prime target. They are there literally hunting for ride-sharing guys. And the moment they catch you, they make you a victim. They ask you for ridiculous prices. That's why I'm saying, like the last incident I heard about, they were asking for 35,000. I don't know how they settled, but by God, my experience, I had fallen victim twice. The first time, oh God, I hate to recall these experiences because they were not pretty, and God knows that. This is why God doesn't give some people power, because, the kinds of, Christ in heaven, I gave these people everything I had. Even till tomorrow, I did not know how much was there. But it was a bunch of 500s and 1000s. I just packed it and was like, bro, I just don't want your issue. There were 4 of them in the car. 4 bloody idiots. Doubts! They were showing me an ID. Clearly the ID was all washed off. There was nothing showing there. They say, do you have our union paper and all that? I say, yeah, I have your union papers, right? There is No problem. Then they now had to change it, and no, we are not with the union guys. You understand? We are the market commission, blah blah blah. He mentioned some bullshit nonsense. And it's like, am I supposed to start fighting 4 guys in the car already? By the way, you could tell that these were criminals, but anyway, please, I'm begging you. Outside the Wuse market, very bad place to drop off anybody or pick up anybody, except maybe during the hours of the evening, but it's better safe than sorry. Like personally, if you tell me you're going to the Wuse market, unless it's a very long trip, I'd probably not go, right? Apart from the issues there, I just hate the traffic that comes with going to Wuse market. But that's something you get to decide on your own, you know, with your own wealth of experience. But apart from that, outside the Wuse market, do not drop or pick up anybody outside there. I mean, sometimes I've had to commando this shit because it's like, I called somebody and it's like, no, I'm by the Wuse market, you know, by the Access Bank outside the market. And I'm like, okay, shit, this is tempting because, you know, the person was going to a destination I kind of like to go to. I called him, I was like, bro, I'm coming. You better stand by the roadside and fucking jump in. This was my exact words. You better jump in as soon as I'm getting there. Otherwise, I'm leaving with or without you. He understood. Apparently, maybe he has been in the car where some of these guys accosted another person. I don't know. But he understood. So as soon as I came, he just jumped in. I locked the door and then I zoomed off. Right? Another place you should never do this is the Area 1 roundabout. The beggar roundabout. You see all those places where you find touts calling for passengers. I don't know the locations now, the destinations they call for. You know, please don't go there and try to pick up people. I know people that come from in the evening when they're coming back from work, they tend to stop and pick up people. Please don't take the risk. I beg you. You will pay through your nose. These are touts you're dealing with. They are not law enforcement agencies. They are not normal people. I've even seen one, although I didn't stop to know what the hell was happening, but I saw him fighting with a guy who was driving a Hilux that looks like an escort vehicle because it has all the siren. In fact, it was even painted in a camel color, like an army guy, right? The tout was literally willing to fight with him because he was trying to take passengers from that beggar roundabout spot, and you know, he thought maybe his car could intimidate the tout, but then they were unmoved. Please don't do that, okay? Markets like the Wuye market, the Garki market, you know what? I cannot give you any assurance. It might be good today, tomorrow it might change, but please just drive into every kind of market. Just drive in. It's a toll of 100 naira. Pay the bloody toll, enter the market, drop the person, be done with it. Please warn anybody you know who is in the business, may not have encountered this, or who is trying to join. Very, very important. Please don't forget. Now to our Did You Know series. Now, if you're using the InDrive app, you would agree with me that the app is not the most functional. It's not the most effective. It's always having glitches and touches in the head. But just a little piece of advice. The InDrive app works best with an MTN network. Plain and simple, okay? They have sort of like a partnership with MTN. So for some weird reason, it works best with the... I'd like to go into the details, but I feel like it's unnecessary. What I'm just trying to say is that if your InDrive app is acting up, and all you just need to do is try it out with an MTN network. Okay, if you have an MTN network on your phone, switch it over to MTN and use that network for the InDrive. It will probably work fine. Probably work fine. But if it doesn't, then the app itself is having an issue. But I can guarantee you that the InDrive app works best with the MTN network. Okay. Next is on the Uber app. Uber pays you for pickup. Whenever the distance to go pick up a person is sort of long, for instance, let's say 3 kilometers, 5 kilometers, Uber actually pays you for that. Now, the exact amount for what kilometer, I cannot say for sure, but I know for things like 2 kilometers, I don't think they actually do pay for that. I've just been I'm yet to put a number to what kilometer, is ascribed to. Yeah, I'm going to pay you something like that. But the least amount they pay is 50 naira for a pickup, and I think the highest I've seen is up to 150 naira for a pickup. So depending on the distance you have to drive to pick up a person, Uber will pay you for it. Okay. Probably it's safe to say even on the Bolt app, this is also a feature or a consideration, something they also add to the pricing. But since Bolt does not give us like a breakdown of the price after the trip or even before, it's hard to kind of like place distance or piece it together. So, but I'm trying to say that for Uber, definitely they do pay you for driving for certain distances to pick up customers. Now, the distance you have to drive, it's to your own discretion. If you see that a person is far away, please don't. And just as a tip, I don't know if this qualifies as did you know whatever nonsense. Not nonsense, a wonderful series. I don't know if this qualifies as it, but if whenever there's a request on your Uber app, pay attention more to the kilometers rather than the time to get to the location of the person. Okay, when something shows you like 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers, it's not that bad. All right, it's not that bad. You also have to consider the terrain where you are, because if the place where you are is a place where like the roads are all twisted and rough and bad, then the timing that they would suggest might be correct. But if you're in a place where, let's say like you're in the Wuye axis, most of their roads are good, tarred, wonderful, more than likely it's a very short drive. Because if you put that same, for instance, if they say the time to pick up this person is 30 minutes and the distance is 2.9 kilometers, for instance, if you put that same distance on your Google Map, you probably just be seeing something like 7 minutes, not 13 minutes, right? So pay attention more to the kilometers and understand the terrain, so you'll be able to know that, okay, yeah, no, this person is not far, it's just right here or right there or something like that. And besides, if it's a good trip, it doesn't matter how far the person is, as long as the person is willing to wait for you to come, great. All right, next thing is that, the Uber commission business is a little bit, I feel like that's where the fall short when in comparison to like Bolt, yeah, or any other ride-sharing platform presently in Nigeria. As far as I know, they kind of fall short in commission because they want you to pay the lump sum, the whole amount in terms of commission. They don't want you to pay in parts or bits and all that. No. They just, and once it's hitting 5,500, they are asking for the full amount, right? And now, the thing is this, if you're owing 5,000 plus, they give you 2 days to make that payment. Within that 2 days, you can continue driving normally without any interference or anything like that, yeah? But once the 2 days is up, they're going to send you a notification and say your payment is now overdue. Now, for instance, let's say you are online and then they send you that notification that your payment is now overdue. If you take another trip, yeah, and then you get another notification that says that your account has been deactivated. The thing is this, do not go offline. Stay online. As when they say your account has been deactivated, obviously they're just saying pay up your debt, pay up your commission debt. As long as you don't go offline, they're not going to log you off, unless by default 12 hours has elapsed. They will log you off automatically, but they will not log you off as long as you are online. Logging off is like, asserting their, what is it called, the deactivation warning that they've been giving to you. It's like saying, yeah, I accept it or something like that. I don't know if I'm being clear. If they send you the message, do not go offline. Continue driving. They are not going to log you off. So even if they send you the message, let's say in the morning, and you were driving for the whole day, don't go offline. That's just the trick. As long as you don't go offline, you can continue using the app. But the moment you hit the offline button, that deactivation is going to kick in. All right. You know, now Uber is running a whole lot of promotions. There is one bonus here for 4,000, another one for 6,000, another one for 7,000. Almost on a daily basis, there is something Uber is trying to give to their drivers. So, say for instance, you are trying to complete such a number of trips so that you can be able to obtain this bonus, and then in the course of doing that, they say, oh, your payment is overdue, now we are going to deactivate your account. What I'm trying to say is, when you see that message, don't go offline, okay? Even if you have to now only use the Uber app for your work, just so that they don't log you off, all right? Do not go offline. Keep using it. At least gather the much you can, or at least reach the required number of trips that they wanted, so that the promotions and the bonuses are going to cut down on your commission payment, or even remove it completely, because once any kind of payment goes in and reduce the commission threshold below 5,000, then that's it. You're no longer owing anymore. Okay, so that's, I hope I was clear. I hope I was clear. All right, so anyway, that's just the little bits of information I thought I'd share, and I hope it was quite helpful. I'll see you in the next one.